Whether you own a garden or not, there's one way that you can still keep your hobbies going and your green fingers to stop itching, and that's by having beautiful pots. And that's the versatility that I absolutely love about them. Whether you've got a patio that can take just 2 little pots and your little bra on the side, or whether you've got a huge garden and you're looking to make some kind of statement, these are the guys that help solve your problems. And for me, they work beautifully to create just a bit of an accent on a bare wall, particularly here, this rock on the back. I just absolutely fall in love. Of course, I've used just plain terracotta. I love a terracotta pot. Why? Because it's the closest that you can get to putting a plant in the ground. Because terracotta being clay, so the temperatures move in, and so moisture moves in and out at the same time. It is probably one of the happiest mediums that your plants can be in. Also, it's timeless. And once you've invested in these, you've got them for life. It's not going to be a plastic pot that after 5-6 years is going to start breaking and fall apart. No, these are here forever. And that's what always attracts me to these beautiful guys. So in these beauties, we've got a few firm favorites. Now, you'll notice I pile them in here. These guys have all been settled in here for about 3 weeks. Some of them are 4 weeks. But what's most important is that we select plants according to the following criteria. Number 1, understand where your pot is going to be at the end of the day. Is it going to be in full sun, or is it going to be in semi-shade? So when you are scuttling around the garden centre looking for what plants to combine, always ask the question or read the label if all else fails. Does this plant like sun or shade? These are all sun-loving pots. And you can see by this amazing amounts of flowers on here. And what I've got in this guy, and it's packed full, because that's what we like. Remember, you can always take out and pop it into the garden, so it's not like it's going to go to waste. In the center here, I've got one of these beautiful dwarf daisies. Now, it's your common daisy. However, this guy is slightly bred up, so it's more compact with, look at these white flowers. It is just too beautiful. Next to it, Dianthus, also known as Sweet William. Beautiful plant, true perennial. When it starts going off, all you do is prune it back halfway and it comes up again. Of course, they come in all different colors. Look at this pink, and these are all edible. Remember your pinks, Dianthus, as they're known, edible flowers. Also, more edible are our geraniums. And nowadays, it's not only the plain green ones. Look at these wicked colors. So that when they're not flowering, you've still got the amazing foliage. Look at that variegation there. And behind me, isn't that insane? It's like one of those kaleidoscopes that you're looking through. And all of these plants enjoy the sun and enjoy a well-drained position. At the back, I've got statice. So this is the annual statice, very similar to its other cousin, the Parisii, which gets the blue flower or more of a purple, and gonna give me just a little bit of height in the back. In the front, I've got some Indigenous Bacopa, also known as Sutera, and that's just going to trail over the edge, and you can see it's very happy there. And right on the side, some Viola Fanfare. You can see why it's called that. Look at that fan shape. You get this in white and as well as a purple. But basic formula, on the sides, oozing over. A central plant, and then 3 intermediate. Okay, got that. Center plant, 3 intermediate, and then something to ooze off the edges. And remember, with all containers, it's about feeding, because these guys can't send their roots anywhere, like to your neighbor to get a cup of sugar. They can't. So remember to feed them regularly and water them well, and make sure that you water till the water comes right out at the bottom of the pot here. And in that way, you've got glorious color for months and months on end. In this pot is the center plant. We've got a foxglove, digitalis, gorgeous and sturdy. Around the edge, petunia, night sky, osteospermum in the yellow, and a little bardens. Beautiful colors, all complementing each other. In the big pot, I've got a cypress as the center plant, which also has a lovely lemony fragrance. Some pelargoniums or geraniums, calendula with also its edible flower, Dianthus, more of the status, which is just a follow through and a bit of repetition. And the grey foliage at the back is called lotus, lovely and cascading with a bright orange flower. A bit of regular maintenance is always required, and that's in the form of finger pruning or deadheading. It's your thumb and your forefinger. All I want you to do is go around the plants, have a look at them, see what's busy going over, follow the stem all the way down to where it joins the plant, and just nip it off. And the more you do that, the more you're going to encourage new growth and new flowers, of course.